Then a couple of days after the date, she starts to feel a little bit not right down there. Bacteria is only found inside dead bodies.
I'd rather be single and happy and live peacefully.
That's when I learned that men will not leave a relationship even if he doesn't want to be with the woman that he's with.
Going to the swimming and gym.
Yep.
That was my routine every morning.
And then we talked every day. Nighttime here was your day in Australia. Your day in Australia was our nighttime here. So
doesn't show signs of stopping.
Y'all just catfishing brothers who out here trying to serve they country.
I really hate to see you go. Let her ho, let her ho, let her ho.
Hey guys, welcome back to More to Life. Before I get into this video, I ask that you like, comment, subscribe, also smash that notification bell just to be sure you get my videos as soon as I release them. Let's hop right into it.
New fear unlocked for anyone dating. I was told the most insane story over the weekend. Of course, I have to share it with you. This story is about a friend of a friend of a friend. So I don't know who this is. Sorry if this is you. So this girl goes on a Tinder date and they vibe, get on really well, have a really good date. So she goes home with him and she spends the night. She obviously liked him and they had a bit of a connection and he seemed normal. Then a couple of days after the date, she starts to feel a little bit not right down there. So she goes to the doctor, obviously thinking, this guy's giving me something. So the doctor does some tests and gives her some antibiotics. A few days later, she gets a phone call from the doctor and he says, you need to come in ASAP. Obviously, she freaks out, like I would freak out, like what is this? So she goes back to the doctor, he sits her down and says, we need the details, the name, the number, the address, everything of the person that you slept with. You would literally be thinking, that's my dog. You would literally be thinking, what is going on, right? So the doctor explains, we have found out what's going on down there and it's not your standard. And he proceeds to explain to her that she has bacteria down there and that bacteria can only be found one place. This is where my jaw dropped. That bacteria is only found inside dead bodies. Damn! I'll let you process that for just a second. So yeah, the guy had obviously with a dead body and then with her. I literally don't think I would get over this. So obviously the police got involved. He was investigated. Turns out that he did work somewhere that had access to dead bodies. I'm guessing a morgue. And he was arrested. And I think he's in prison. There are so many fears about dating and this has just added to the list quite high up.
That's not necessarily a fear about dating. Who does that? Right? But I guess she didn't have any particulars. She wasn't looking for a guy that fit all of her criteria, but you know what? He probably did. He probably fit the 666 and she got evil. Somebody that was with dead bodies. Cheerio. Next video.
So sorry guys, I've been MIA. I've just taken a break from this whole dating thing. No matter how much you might fancy a guy, do not be screaming my man. My man. Even in joke, don't. Because these men do not deserve it. As you know, I went on that third date. That was cool. I still was basically feeling date number 2. I'm married! We've been speaking consistently, you know, he'll call me, we'll text. As the days were going on for like the following week after we went on a date, he just didn't ask me, let's go out on a date again. You know what I mean? He was like, oh yeah, like I'm thinking of where we should go. But no actions, just chattings basically, just chattings. Quite frankly, who's got time for that? One thing about men, they are going to invest time into a woman they're interested in. Not just calling and chatting off on the phone. Like, that don't mean jack. I know what it's like to be with a guy that really fancies me, that really likes me, that thinks I am the best thing since sliced bread. So when guys are coming with like dry energy, or they're just not willing to do the most, you can literally leave. Should we just have a moment for the hair, guys? Okay, look at hair. He wasn't really trying to make time to see me. I even gave him an opportunity to pick me up.
I just gave you an opportunity of a lifetime, bro.
He basically bailed. So it's just like, you don't like me. People who fancy me, they will go from the ends of the earth to be with me, to show me that they're interested in me. So if you think I'm gonna sit here and take some breadcrumbs, like, boy, be real. I'd rather be single and happy and live peacefully than have to settle for a man. Not even doing manly things. That night that I asked him to pick me up, I had to get a cab home. The cab driver was a lunatic. Like, I was unsafe, I was in danger. If you're a man and you want to be my man, but you're not doing what my man would be doing, then you're obviously never going to be my man. Yeah, my hair's done. I'm down for another day.
Who's next?
She doesn't need a boyfriend.
Emotional damage.
Right? She's looking for a slave. Listen, the men, and it's true, guys. I want everybody looking in my eyes to know that. You are the prize. No matter how much you make, no matter what it could be, right? You want to know why? Because men choose relationships, right? Men choose if they want to be in a relationship. So, knowing that, you have to be the guy thinking, I'm not going for these good for nothing women, right? I wouldn't be going head over heels for her, because why aren't you showing that for me, right? You know how many guys she has in her phone? For that reason alone, show some interest. If not, bye. Anyway, I'm going to the next video.
This is your friendly reminder that most men do not leave relationships. I'm going to tell you guys a story. I've told it before, but it bears repeating. A long time ago, my boyfriend in undergrad was telling me about a breakup with his guy friend and his girlfriend. And the girl broke up with him. And I was like, oh my God, I hope he's okay. And my then boyfriend started laughing and was like, oh, he's fine. And I was like, what do you mean? And he said that this guy had been trying to get her to break up with him for months. She did break up with him. Then she came and like tried to patch things up and they got back together. And he was like, he finally thinks it's for good this time. That's when I learned that men will not leave a relationship even if he doesn't want to be with the woman that he's with. So that is why I direct a lot of my attention to you, ladies. Please do not fall into the trap of thinking, well, if he wanted to leave, he would. He won't.
That's true in most cases, right? Guys don't leave. A guy can be in a bad marriage and won't leave.
Yeah, because for men, it's often as long as it's stable at home. And this is what often affairs do, by the way. They help stabilize the relationship, because if something's not happening between the two of us and there's something happening over here, it makes coming home a little bit more bearable.
But you know what happens? Guys put up with it and can actually love a woman without leaving.
And so often what happens is they stabilize the relationship. Of course, what happens when it's discovered or found out is it just destroys the relationship.
So, what does that show you about men? That shows you men have staying power. And I'm happy about that. You know, I didn't realize that. I didn't know I had staying power until I went through it myself. And when you go through it yourself, it's like, wow, I'm actually putting up with this nonsense. Until you don't want to put up with it anymore. But anyway, I'll put to the next video.
The weather outside is humid. She turned up her location. She must think I'm stupid. She wanna run the street, so let her ho, let her ho, let her ho. She doesn't show signs of stopping, so who am I to be cock blocking? I really hate to see you go. Let her ho, let her ho, let her ho.
That's the anthem right now for this time of year.
I just did some research, and for those of you on my Home Depot video that told me that the reason I couldn't find single men at Home Depot is because I needed to go to Lowe's, I'm at Lowe's. And any of the men in here are femaled up. They have their females alongside. Lowe's is not the answer. It's not the answer.
So I seen that video, right? And then I said, let me look some more. So months later, that's what I found.
Babe, we need to have a talk. In fact, this might be our first fight that I've had with my collective anonymous TikTok boyfriend, because I think it's really, really rude that so many of you, most of you, live far away.
Imaginary boyfriend.
Like, what the heck? You're like kind and funny and hot and smart, and you leave me funny messages, and you are so awesome, but no, 99% of you live far away. That's not helpful. So could you just get on that and figure that out, because it doesn't seem fair. It doesn't seem fair. And they say here on TikTok, if he wanted to, he would. So y'all need to somehow transport yourself to being physically, geographically closer. You're too awesome to live far away.
Imaginary boyfriend.
Stop it.
Now that I know I'm not alone, can we talk how they're all from the military?
Oh, here we go again.
Most of these people are military. Y'all just catfishing brothers who out here trying to serve they country.
Okay.
So, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Hope everyone's doing well. So some people ask, how did my wife and I meet? Well, we met actually online.
Yes.
I was on for 1 day. My wife was on for like a day and a half. She was in Australia, so we met on February 13th.
You know what's wild, right? You're looking at this couple and you're going, oh, she's scamming him. She's very much in love with this man, right? She wasn't in the Philippines, she was in Australia. And a lot of times these women on these dating sites, right? You go on a dating site looking for a Filipino, you don't have to do that. You can go in person to meet them. But still, so you're on a site looking for anyone. They're going to contact you. And they're looking. And they're very interested. Hence, this man here with his Filipino, probably married. Let me get on.
Yep, that's right. And that was an Asian dating.
An Asian dating site, yep. And from there, when I first talked to her, I knew. My wife needed a little bit more convincing, but it was pretty easy. I remember the first time we talked, the phone died, and I freaked out. Because I kept messaging you, like, I didn't hang up on you, and you laughed. And then it impressed you that I texted you and tried to call you so many times to let you know that I didn't hang up on you.
Well, because my phone was died, I thought you hung up on me.
I know, and then you were impressed that I tried everything I could do to make sure you knew that I never hung up on the phone on you.
You see this guy? Genuinely a nice, good guy. Where I'm from, he'd be ate up and spit out. Exactly. Softy. And they wouldn't date him because he's too old. Look, you got a young one.
Because I remember you were in the car and you were going to the gym. I think you were going to go swim.
Yeah, I was going to the swimming and gym.
Yep.
So that was my routine every morning.
And then we talked every day. Nighttime here was your day in Australia. Your day in Australia was our nighttime here, so we talked.
Now, did you notice that she has a morning routine to swim? Yep.
Always 2 to 3 times a day. I always sent you gifts and love texts while you were at work.
Love quotes, yeah.
And I remember we were talking for a while, and then one day I fell asleep early, and I didn't send you anything for your lunchtime. And when you finally got a hold of me, you were so angry. You were so upset.
That was.
And that was the first time you said you love me. Because you were so afraid something happened to me. And because every time I would say, I love you, she'd be like, yeah, whatever. And then one time I forgot, I fell asleep. I really did. I was thinking of some good stuff to write to her and fell asleep. And then, my phone blew up. And she was not happy when she finally saw me.
Yeah, I wasn't, because I was worried. I mean, you always message me every morning. And then when I go on my break, I always open my phone and...
I know, one day I didn't, and you were not happy with me. You told me if I ever did that again, you would kill me. If I was dead, you would bring me back and kill me.
Yeah, we just been online for about 3 months, and then he asked me to come over to America. But I was going to the Philippines, but my flight was cancelled because I wasn't a Filipino citizen that time. And so he asked me to come over to America, and then after that I could go back to the Philippines. But here I am, I stuck until now.
Stuck. We got married and everything worked out.
Yeah,
So-
we almost 2 years married.
Yep. July.
Yep.
And that's our story so far.
Thank you guys, and follow my page, please.
Yes, follow them. And guys, see, did you hear that situation? This is a Filipina that came to America on her own. She can come in and out of America. She was in Australia, came to America to meet him, met him, then they got married. Do you think that woman's going anywhere?
Not gonna happen. No, not gonna happen.
She got with this old guy too. Come on now. Come on now.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Can't tell me past your bros ain't winning. Until next video, guys. Remember, there's more to life than taking nonsense back home.
Oh, absolutely.
Look what my man right here got. See you next video.
Coming.